Hello. Hello, 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 hello. JB at the controls. Hopefully at the controls. How are you today? I'll try and look you in the eye as much as I can. Watch the control panel as well. The sun is out. The sweater is off. Let's hope it's off for the remainder. How are you today? It is Friday, March the 14th. Not like I said yesterday when I get the dates screwed up. Between screwing up the dates and repeating the word so too often, those are my main two fallacies doing the shows. British People's League producing Dinosaur News. Dinosaur News, March 14th, 2014. The day before the White Pride Day, the White Day, the White Marching Day, the White Flyer Day, the White Banners Day around the globe. So we'll find out during the course of next week just how many photos have been taken, and a lot of people who are glued to the internet and so on, handicapped or whatever, are going to do their part by resending, forwarding pictures that they've picked up from the internet as to various white announcements, white standing up for ourselves. I'm excited about it. I'm on a roll about it. This is the greatest news, well, since we realized we're being swamped. This is the first news that we're legally on the offensive, period. Now, demonstrations such as the League of the South have, and those on the blind list, I forward to you the linkage. I've been thanked by a lot of people for that linkage. That's of a positive nature as well for one organization. In our triumphance of leagues, what do we got? 3 leagues going here. We got the League of the South, we've got the British People's League, and our friends at the Candor League in the motherland. Candor, C-A-N-D-O-U-R, candor.org.uk. Check them out. So we got three leagues, and as far as I'm concerned, we're the polished trio. We've got polish needed. That doesn't mean that we don't have rough friends, but we're doing the public presentation, so we have to look presentable to a degree, and I'm sure our roughneck friends can understand that. But all are needed, young and old, roughneck, blue-collar workers, rednecks, you name it. It's white unity, white sticking together. I pause. Do I want to mention it? I'm going to slip it in. I can't hold back. The problem with the real international gluing of white peoples is because there's still a lot of people who won't shut their mouth about the Second World War. And, they run Churchill in the ground, and Churchill is the hero of the British People's League and the British peoples. He wasn't a saint, but neither was the guy with the mustache that some American types are trying to glorify. So we don't want to hear any of this negative stuff about Churchill, okay? You leave that the Second World War history books. Winston Churchill was our hero. I met his grandson here when the statue was unveiled at Toronto's old City Hall. Although with the multi-cult surrounding him, I guess they probably don't even realize who he was. And also at that meeting of Churchill's grandson, my passed away wife and I, we handed over, like all politicians, our little girl Shona, and he gave her the smooch and so on. But in the meantime, 2 or 3 unsavory types were getting close to him, and one I recognized. He had been jailed at one point for knifing his landlord. So I'm very proud the Toronto cops didn't spot the guy, maybe didn't know his history, but I did. And I stepped between the would-be, who knows what he was going to do. He didn't do anything, so he couldn't be arrested, but I stood between him and Churchill's grandson, and I'm very proud of that fact at the unveiling of the statue down at the park at the Toronto City Hall Square. Okay, so that's something I wanted to be said. And bingo, we've said it. That's our stand. Now, we must be saying the right words, doing something right, because we've had a second subscriber 2 days in a row. 2 days in a row. You know, and some days I think, did I give a good broadcast? Was I a bit repetitive? Was I going too much in a circle? But 2 days in a row, 2 different new subscribers. So it's fantastic. And for those of you who aren't aware, but those of my blind list and subscribers get the video copy immediately after it's produced. It goes to the subscribers actually automatically by YouTube. And the blind list on our list, special list, I type in and send it to them. Okay, and once in a while, when I think it's a catchier one that I think Facebook should have it, I do plunk it at Facebook. It goes in the news feed on my personal Facebook. And you can get the personal Facebook code from the homepage of the BritishPeoplesLeague.com. Okie doke. So I'm very excited about that. And of course, very excited about White Day tomorrow, as said. What else have we got? Well, we want to also wish our Irish pals, cousins, what have you, great fun on St. Patrick's Day, which is the 17th. But as I grin, you know, St. Patrick's will be celebrated, I'm sure, around the globe Saturday night. And yet we got the white, whatever, the white demonstrations during the day on Saturday. So it's a combined good stuff. And of course, April 23rd is St. George's Day. Month to month, back to back. Fantastic. White unity. It's too bad I didn't have all these little points memorized, folks, but day to day, and I have to look after this ship Britannia here, the house. I don't have any lady that would put up with my stubborn old ways, so which comes first, politics or the dust bunnies? And the 2 dogs and the cat. So that's the story. I like the personal touch in these broadcasts, as I like to say hello to you. Some of you are pretty well confined, perhaps. I have a feeling a couple of subscribers are. So what the hell? We're saying hello to you, and you say hello to us with your comments, etc. Not really a theme for today, but just going along with all this free discussion here. How many cities, what the majority of people are white, and they vote in these third worlders? Calgary, Alberta's voted in a third worlder as their mayor. The oil town, the headquarters of the Progressive Conservative Party, and they've got a mayor of Calgary, a third worlder. We've got in Toronto, we've got a white crackhead, or we have a gal of Chinese descent who was not born in Canada, and she's running for mayor. Just think about it. A crackhead and a woman who wasn't even born in the country. I don't care if you have your citizenship and you've done great deeds. You weren't born here, that's a fact. So, hey, there's that forbidden soul word. It gets repetitive, Beattie. It's happening in cities all over the place. Third world, multiculturalists, you name it, as the mayors. But you know, people get what they deserve. And just as Clinton is as popular as ever after Monica Lewinsky, people saying, well, so what, so what? What they pulled off in the White House itself? I mean, just disgusting. I'm not evangelical, okay? I'm not Elmer Gantry. But come on. People thought that was great because there's so much corruption in our ranks, in our white ranks, black ranks, Chinese ranks, you name it. Somebody's stealing from stores. Somebody is taking the inventory. Crime is rampant. The hidden crime, the white-collar crime, the blue-collar crime. So, of course, when you get a crackhead running for mayor, everybody loves it because he represents the population. It's like when I run for the municipal council locally. What's my theme going to be? I've sat on a lot of committees. Well, I haven't sat on committees, but my theme is going to be that we've got to speak out about the kids getting hooked on drugs in the small villages. I intend to run on the morality ticket. Not praise Jesus and hallelujah, but just individual morality. Lack of family structure and so on. When the town village councils are voted in, they're talking about the bridges, maybe spring floods, the works. But no one's talking about the young people being hooked on drugs, or the amount of drugs in the local schools. The police can only do so much. If they talk too much, then they get accused of being a police state, which in some ways they might be. But that's the scoop. We all know it. It's out there. I just had to relate to the Toronto elections, but I'm sure in Mother Britannia there's horror stories as well. I'll never forget when I first read years ago that the new sheriff of Nottingham, the home of Robin Hood and Maid Marian, the new sheriff was a black gentleman. I didn't know Robin Hood was black. But anyway, that's what's going on with our people. So that's why tomorrow, March 15th, is the litmus test to see how many people really care. Is this sprinkling around the globe going to work? Is it really going to work? And as I said in previous videos this week, I really pray that it works. Speaking of previous videos this week, yes, thank God it's Friday. I want to do my very best for you folks out there. You're good enough to take the time to watch these videos produced by the British People's League. You're good enough to tune in and view these videos. So I have to put on a good talk. It's my duty. I feel it's my duty from our ancient heroes, our ancient British stock, our heroes, for our friends in Candor League. And I want to, well, we have a good friend in the League of the South. One good friend in there is good enough. But these are the three that I'm promoting. Ourselves, the League of the South, and Candor League. As Ricky Nelson said in that corny old song, you can't please everyone, you've got to please yourself. So yes, I am excited. Two subscribers earned this week. On world affairs, well, it's difficult. You young ones getting ready for the demonstration, the white demonstrations tomorrow. But what is difficult is to stay focused for our people's revival. It's difficult to stay focused on our white people's revival, our British stock revival, when, you know, there's the Russian situation with the Ukraine and missing airplane and etc. Don't be diverted by the international news scene. Stay focused on gluing our white peoples together as best we can by accenting the positive and deflating the negative. It is so easy to be distracted. Well, the different city mayors, elections, the depression of it all when you look on the international scene. Wild. So, sure, be aware what's going on in the globe, but stay focused. And furthermore, I know different blogs have tried it. Get in touch with someone, even if they're 100 miles away. Try and meet up. Meet and greet, whatever, through the internet. Many isolated people on the internet who are standing up for our white rights, our British history, our British heroes. Those are British stock spread around the globe. And plain whites who must communicate and get together. Tomorrow is the litmus test, that's for sure. There hasn't been another test like it. And what I like so far, what I see so far is none of the promotion is talking about 1939. Hallelujah. That's a great victory in itself to get out of that quicksand. Doesn't mean we don't remember people who died in the wars on both sides. War is hell. But to keep yakking about this guy's better than that guy in 2014 doesn't help our getting together. So that's a real point I'd like to make strongly. I don't want to get too strong on that issue, but it doesn't help staying back all those years ago. Young people want to talk about now and their future. Which young people? Yeah, the young people that are dating their own kind. That's the other struggle. You know, young white males with hormones, multicolored gals wearing their skirts up to their belly button. Unnatural stuff takes its course. Whether I'm right or not about the white villages is still the last hope. I believe it's still the last hope, where white people are living together in larger numbers. We must show by example, white people sticking together. Now the League of the South demonstration there, what was it, when anyway, last Saturday. There was a lot of young people. So it's there. It's instilled in them. Stick to your own kind. I can't think of anything else to add today, folks. A little bit shorter. We're feeling good. And again, happy St. Patrick's Day coming up for our Irish pals. We'll be back at you on Monday. And let's see if Beattie can tell the dates properly, if he can read properly. We'll be back on the official St. Patrick's Day, March the 17th, at you for another version, another event of Dinosaur News. And again, for maybe some of the new subscribers who haven't looked at all our previous videos, the name was chosen. It might be more obvious than I think, but of course the name was chosen. The dinosaurs became extinct. So is the white race going to become extinct? Are our British Canadian, our British motherland, our British American heroes going to disappear down the away and no, not even in a memory hole, just disappear in the ether? It's up to us to stand up for their heroism of the past decades and centuries. Men and women both. Florence Nightingale, you name it. It's our job, our responsibility. We've all got to do more. The bug of knowledge has hit us. The bug of responsibility has hit us. So there's only us to do the job. The few spokespeople that there are, the few organizations that there are, we have the responsibility to retain our history into the future. So that's your homework over the weekend. Say to yourself in the mirror, am I doing enough for the cause, for the white man's cause? Am I doing enough? Am I really doing enough? Do more. In any case, good luck to all the troops out there tomorrow on the White March Day. Can't wait till next week coming up and see the results. And again, thanks for letting me into your home. Enjoy your weekend. We'll be back at you on St. Patrick's Day. Bye for now.